This conference will now be recorded.
Right. So in the last class, we are looking into your Linux virtual machine, and we are able to create a Linux virtual machine successfully, and we are able to run multiple commands to access your things successfully. So, but the thing is like we have a workaround for that as well. So if you do not want to go to your Linux commands, all those things. So as I told you, so we have a tool called as WinSRP. So this particular tool, kind of things which helps us to understand, access the same virtual machine of the same Linux virtual machine only, but in a Windows, Windows mode, Windows kind of mode in here, where as you try to access your Windows machine, similarly the same kind of stuff you can go in here. So you don't need to write any kind of command lines or anything in here. So let's go ahead and quickly create your Linux virtual machine one more time, and using a WinSRP we'll try to access it now. So I don't have any resource group. I'm trying to create my resource group in here like VRIT-RG, and I'm trying to provide like Linux-VM. And I want to go with my East US. No infrastructure required. Open the system. My password VRIT admin and capital VRIT admin at the rate of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Similarly, capital VRIT admin at the rate of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So allowed ports, I would like to allow all. Desk, so same SSD I would like to go with. Networking piece, as I told you, we'll come back to this particular option again. And the storage account as well. Tags, review plus create. So I'm trying to deploy my virtual machine now. So it's trying to run the final validation based upon the option what you chose. So everything is looking good, and as per the the location and the plan what you chose, they're trying to cost me or charge me around 2 rupees 99 paise per hour in Indian rupees. Go ahead and click on create. So this will try to go and try to create your Linux virtual machine, where using your IP address we can go ahead and we can access your Linux virtual machine in here. So in the last class, I believe we already saw your kind of try to open your WinSRP. We posted your the IP addresses inside that. At the same time, we're able to log in into your virtual machine as well. So, but the problem in here is what happened in the Linux machine when you're trying to access your things using a command prompt, we are able to access your file. So we're able to edit your file. So using the command, sudo nano file name, and later you're able to do some kind of process where to control to save your content, and you want to close the notepad, all the things in here. So, but when you're trying to do the same thing with respect to my WinSRP, it's throwing an error saying that I don't have permissions, right? So when I talk about permissions, what in general you have with respect to permissions in here? So what you mainly have when compared to permissions for a particular file. So for every file in your Linux system, so mainly we have three things. Mainly we have three modes, I would say, in here. So what is that? The first one is like it's a owner who created the file in here. Who's the owner of the file in here? Second, then group, the people who are working in the particular group. And third thing, is like others. So few people may call as others or world also. They'll be calling as in here. So for now, let's take it as others in here. So these are three things generally you can see with respect to every file when you talk about a permission level in here. So owner, who's the one, who is the one, or like who created the file, in here is the main owner. So group is something like the members who are working in the team. Okay, so the one of the member create a file in here, and he'll become the one. For example, we have three people in a team. So one of the team member to create this particular file, he'll become the owner, and the other two persons who are within the team are become a group in here. So the group means the team that I'm talk about in here. So owner is different and the group is different. So group is nothing but the other people who are working in the team, and owner is the one who is trying to create the file in here. And obviously others who is or who are not related to the group or not related to the team at all in here, not related to my team at all in here. So these are called as others. So it's not either the member working in the team or is not the owner at all. So it's totally different third party person kind of stuff in here. Well, okay. So these three things generally will be available for every file you have in here. So now how do you provide the access? How the things can be happened in here? So for every access, for every people, you'll be having three things: read, write, and execute. Read, write, and execute. These three things will be available for every people who are having in here. Okay, you are having in here. So let me push this one so that it will be more clear in here. So every member will be having read, write, and execute. So how you mention this particular part? So this read, write, execute will be mentioned in for read you'll be having like small r. For write you'll be having w, and execute you'll be having as a x. So this is for what? When you see the read, write, execute, it means that the particular either owner, whoever it is, has a full permission. He has read access, he has write access, he can also execute the particular, if it is a script, he can execute the things in here. Similarly, I'll be having read, write, execute for my group as well. So this is the permissions for my group. These are the permissions for my owner. Similarly, one more: read, write, execute. These are the permissions for my others. For a particular file, if you see in such a mode, any file, if you see all the things enabled, you say read, write, execute, read, write, execute, and read, write, execute. That means you have provided. So this file has full permissions to everybody with respect to my team, or with respect to the owner, or any other people who is not in the group of things in here. Whoever are there, they have full permissions in here, because they have, see, three groups: first group, second one, and my third one. This is my owner, this is for my group, and this is for my others we have in here. For all the three members, I can see read, write, execute, read, write, execute, and my read, write, execute in here. So suppose think that, okay, I want to provide full permission to my owner, but I want to have read and write to my group, and for others I want to have only read. So in that scenario, see here, read, write, execute for my owner for sure. What do you want for your group? It's a read and write, but I don't want to execute that. So now read, write. If you don't want to execute, just press a hyphen. So it means this particular execute permission is not there for him. So that has been restricted for your group. He can read or he can edit, but he cannot execute the things in here. And for others, I want to have only read but not write and execute. For that reason, we can keep r hyphen hyphen. So this has been like full permissions for my owner, read write permissions only for my group, and only read permissions for my others in here. So based upon the scenario, whatever you want to go, you can change the permissions in here. Suppose I want to add again the similar kind of stuff. I want to add something like read and write for my this particular group as well, others as well. Yes, you can go ahead. So wherever you see hyphen, it means that that particular permission is not allowed, not permitted to my the current user in here. What are the people who are using? Okay, so this is kind of permissions in here. So for example, now as per my current scenario, I don't have permissions in here because I am not the owner or I am not the group. Because owner is who? Nginx. He is the one who tried to create the particular file in here. So let us try to see all those things again once you try to implement the things now in here. Okay, so but before going to that, up to this level, any questions, guys?
Sham,
Yeah.
uh, like yesterday you said, you were doing sudo word while changing, like while giving permission yourself in the Linux. But as per you, you were creating that page, right? So you're the owner. So why did we use sudo in Linux? You can just execute it, right, as the owner.
No, no, no. See, sudo Linux, and why I use sudo over there, because see that particular file what got created, that code file that has been deployed by my, when even though you're saying implement in here, where you're trying to deploy that, you're trying to deploy that within your Linux virtual machine, and that has been available within your Azure level. So if the
Okay.
even though you write the command in here, so that has been implementing internally by your Azure internally. So it's not like based upon my IP or my access in here. So I am trying to provide the user ID and the password. Everything has been based upon the Azure level internally. So deployment part will be provided by Azure
Okay.
internally. Yeah,
So
for that is
basically, you're saying that Azure is the owner.
yeah.
In other
So you can
words.
see that as the owner is like a root. And let me deploy one more time, and you can see here it will show you like owner is like root, not V. So I'll show you
Okay.
that one more time. Like, give me time. So let me, yeah, it's done. So I'm trying to copy my IP address, go to my command prompt. So I'm trying to repeat the steps again, the same thing what I have done. SSH VRIT admin at the rate of the IP address. Yes, for the password, capital VRIT admin at the rate of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hit on enter. You don't see the password typing in here as I told you yesterday's class. So now I have to go and I have to update the system in here. So for that again, this is you are trying to access your virtual machine. You're trying to access your virtual machine which is in your Azure level. So to make the changes to your virtual machine, you have to ask the permission of Azure to go ahead and do the changes in here. For that reason being, I'm going to go sudo apt and update. So it's try to start updating your things in here and so that it can support your latest code whatever you have as of now. So basically when you're trying to create any virtual machine, it'll try to create with the basic things only, but not with the current versions we are having here. So now again I'm going to go sudo apt install nginx. So before this one, I would like to go and check it out. pwd is, see, I'm in home data in here. So where we are actually the code we have earlier. So as per our things, I know that code is available in my var ww html. So let me try to see whether this particular path is available on it first of all. PD and hit on enter. So it says that no such file or directory. So this particular, let me go now. Let me go to the first layer at least. Yeah, I can see var in here. Let me list out the things what I have in this particular folder. So I can see backup, I can see cache, some crash. So all these different things you have in here. Do you see www? No. For that reason being, it's saying that here itself, my path is gone. Up to this level, I'm able to get in. But from here, I don't see my www in this particular folders in the list in here. For that reason being, it says that no such file directory in here. But once I deploy my, deploy my application, the Nginx will try to create this folders www and html in here. So I'm not the owner for that. This particular folders, it has been created by your Nginx, which has been installed using your Azure level internally. Okay. So let me go sudo apt install Nginx. Internet. So yes, go ahead. Now it's trying to install the things for you. So once this completed, if you go back to my previous things again, now I want to see whether this particular code is available. Now you should be able to find that particular folder created automatically. Why? Who's trying to create that? Your, the Nginx is trying to create that, or the internally the Azure level what is trying to deploy the things, trying to create that particular folder now. So I'm trying to hit on my top arrows so that I can see my previous command. So I'm trying to go back to my same, I'm in the same path, so no difference. Now if I go with ls, that means that now I'm trying to list it. Earlier when you list out, I did not see my www, all those things in here. Now if you see, I can see my new folder got created. So again, change your directory, go with my www and hit on enter. Okay. Hit on yeah. Now I command the folder. Now again say ls. Now I can see within my this particular folder, I can see HTML folder available in here. So HTML again, hit and enter. Now I'm into this particular path totally. Now if you say ls, now I can see my code available in here. So who is permitted in this? So I'm not the owner. So who is the owner? The root is the owner. I'll show you that now after while connecting my WinSAP, or else here ls-lrt ls. It took a little bit time. Not a problem. So as you can see, when I say LRT, this is trying to list out the whole thing. So try to pull out the, LS is normally it just lists out the file whatever we available in here. If you want to see the all the details of the things, when it got created, who's the owner, what is the permissions it has, to see all those things, you have to say -LRT. Okay, this is to get the internal things. It's to get the in detail steps for details for each and every file what we have in here. So this is a file name I'm having. So it just got created on February 8th. Maybe it's trying to take some east to west time in here, and you can see the owner is root. And what the permission? If you see here, read, write, execute for my owner. Even for owner, it doesn't have execute permission. He had just read and write. This is like for group, read, no write, no execute, and this is for others, no read, no write, and execute is in here. So I'm not either the group people or I'm not the owner in here, because the root is the owner who tried to create this particular file for us. So it's been trying to create it only when you're trying to deploy your code in here. So we are not the owner for sure. So when you're trying to make any changes to this particular file, so you will be thrown error. For that reason, being to access that particular file from my ID, so where I'm from, we are at admin. So from my ID, if you want to access this particular file, I need a permission. So if I go directly sudo, nano and my file name, if I go directly, I want to edit my file in here directly. When you hit an enter, in here, so I'm able to do this one.
Shyam, we are able to not able to see your screen.
I'm sorry, 1 second. Control X, where I'm into, okay. Sorry,
Yeah, now we got it.
okay. So now when I'm trying to say nano and this one in here, you can enter into this one, but you should not be able to save it because I'm not the owner in here. So if I try to rerun here, try to make any changes. Control X, yes, and hit on enter. So it's saying that permission denied. I'm able to come up to my editing level. I'm able to do the editing part, but when I'm trying to save it, it says that boss, you don't have permission because you are not the owner, or even your other people, you do not have. Let me cancel this one. So Control C, Control Z, yeah, Control Z to stop the things, to come out of things in here. So I'm not the owner for sure. I may be a group of people, or I may be totally outside the people in here. So for both of these two people, you can see only read option. I don't see read or write. For that reason being, if you want to have the permission, you have to get your super user access in here. For that reason being, you're going with your sudo. Okay, so that's the main thing. So if you go back now, I'm trying to add the same thing using my WinSAP. So I'm trying to copy my same IP address, come back here, session, new session in here, provide your IP address, your user ID, VRIT admin, and capital VRIT admin at the rate of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, login. So I'm directly into my VRIT admin in here. So now if you want to go to the code where you are available, root, at the bottom we have where, I can see www, HTML page, and here we have the file in here. So the same permission showing in here for us. See, read write for my root owner is the who root, and read dash dash, that means I don't have write permission or execute permissions. So only read permissions for my group and the the other people you have in here. So I'm not the owner. I'm for sure I'll be others or group people in here. So now what I want to do, I want to make the change of permission here. So how can you change a permission? So as I told you, the critical part what we have, these are the things what you have decided. But how can you make the permissions change in here? So the other thing you have, how can we make or how can we change the permissions to a file in here? So for that we have a command called chmod. Chmod is a command where you can change the permissions of a particular file in here. So chmod, and I can provide the file name. So when you say this one chmod file name, so you're trying to make some changes to the file, the permission level. But I am asking you what kind of permissions you want to provide in here, what kind of permission you want to change to a file name in here. So I cannot write something, read, write, execute, read, write, execute, and read, write, execute. So this is the permission I want to provide to my file name in here. But this is not the way you have to mention when you are into your Linux system. Okay, so this particular part may not be recognized by my Linux system when you're trying to write down in your syntax level in here. So okay, so for that reason being, for everything you have a octal number. So based upon the things what you chose in here, there will be a octet number will be provided with respect to Linux system in here. So when you have full permission, the octet number is 777. Octal number, OCTAL, octal number in here. So when you say 777 in here, it means that you are trying to provide full permissions to a file in here. So how do I know what number in here? Is it like I need to by heart this, or how can I get it? You can get from the Google for sure, or else you see here, right click on the file, go to the properties. So you can see owner, group, and others, and you can see read, write permission, and don't see X in here. The reason being read, write, and hyphen. Read hyphen hyphen, read hyphen hyphen. That means only read, no write, no X. Only read, no write, no execute in here. So for this kind of scenario, you can see something, 644 is a octal number which has been provided internally. So when you're trying to increase anything, I'm trying to enable max for here, it's 744. When I try to provide full access, I want to include all the things for all my things in here, then 777. So this is the number which has been created by default. So how this number has been produced, all those things internally is not really required for now. Okay, so try to make sure you can get these numbers with respect to the type of access you want to provide, or you can simply check it in here. So I want to go with read access and execute access for my group and others, full permission for my owner, then the value will be 755. So what you do, simply go ahead and simply say I want to print 755 to my file name in here. So once you do this, automatically you will be getting the same kind of access within my file in here. So then here making the changes, you are not accessible because you see I'm the others. So I have only read option. I don't have any execute options in here. So even though I try to make the things and click on OK, it threw me as saying that permission denied. You cannot change the permissions for this particular file in here. So for that reasoning, how can I do? I can go within my Linux system again using my sudo command. I can change the permission for file in here. Okay. So the similar case, I go ahead here. Now come back. So what I'll do? So go with my sudo chmod, as I told you. Chmod is the syntax to follow, and I'm trying to provide, while 7777 and my file name. So what is the file name? This is my file name in here. Just hit on enter. That's it. Now you are able to provide the permission. Go back here. So now currently this is the one you have, right? Let me refresh. See, I got full permissions. So based upon the number what you provide over there, you'll be getting the full permissions in here. Now if you can go ahead and you can change the code from here as well. So before that, let me go and access my IP address. So welcome to Nginx. So now I will try to make a change from my WinSRP, but not from my Linux anymore. So double click on your page now. So say that, okay, go ahead and try to say BRIT, and here as well, I can select welcome to DevOps or expert, something like this. So save it. And now once you save it, still connecting, yes, okay. Saying that some problem persists. Okay, even though you get this error, it's not a problem because you already provide the things in here. You can say about and come back in here, refresh. See, I can see my things got changed in the overall on the top level. You can see welcome to BRIT and the title page, and the body level I can see welcome to DevOps experts. So it's very simple, like going through your Linux commands, going to all the things. If you feel a little bit difficult, but you can make the things happen very smoothly with respect to my WinSRP in here. Because it's even though you're connecting to a Linux system, the way you process, the way they handle the things is just similar to your Windows system in here. So that's how it happens. So now, for example, okay, let me go ahead and delete the file. Hit on delete button. I'm deleting the file. Okay, I don't have permission denied for me, so I cannot delete my file because up to file level I can make changes in here. Probably the path what I'm having in here, I may not have right permissions, so I cannot delete that. So what I'll do, left click, right click, sorry, copy the path. Copy the path, come to my Linux system in here, and let me provide the permissions for my path as well. So going ahead, top arrow. Now I'll remove the file name, but I will try to place my path in here. So you can provide the permission to path, or you can also provide the permission to file name as well. Hit on enter. So now go back in here, refresh. Now try to remove it. It's gone because I have the permissions from a path as well now. So whatever you have within this particular path, everything I can do whatever I want I hand here. Okay, so now this is my static code already have with me. So I'm trying to copy this particular code and simply pushing that to my Linux system. So it's a very easy manner. So I'm trying to pull my things from a local machine. This is my local machine I'm having in here. From here, and this is my Linux machine what I'm trying to see in here. So from here, I'm trying to say Control A and push it. Left click on your mouse, hold it, drag and drop towards the right side and leave it. Automatically all the code what you have slowly coming into my with respect to my this particular path in here. So earlier when you saw this particular path ls, or after HTML, when you say ls, you saw the single file, right? And when you say all these things in here, you can see only one file in here. But now I have deleted that using my WinSRP. You should not see that particular file anymore. Okay, so now again within the same path, as I said ls in here, and I found only one file. Now again, I'm same path in here. I'm trying to say ls one more time. See, now you can see different things came up because I can see CSS folder, image folder, index file in here, JS folder, web fonts folder. All those things came up in here. See, I can see multiple CSS, image, file folders, and then a file in here. So whatever you do in here, that will be in sync with respect to my Linux and its command prompt level in here as well. Okay. So now again, you can go ahead and you can open your nano command and edit the file in here, or you can do it in. Now you see the, you can see this is my own code, right? I am the one who created all those things. Now see the owner. It's VR at admin. Okay. So if you want, you can give the full permissions as well. I want to give full permissions, 777. Not a problem. It happens clearly, happily, because I'm the owner. And I have logged in with my user ID in here. So I can do. I don't get any permission denied issue in here. So now once you have your code in here, now let's see what happened to my web page in here. Let me refresh. See, I'm able to see my brand new website in my, to say with my virtual machine here. So this is the main website. This particular parts, all these things coming up based upon the code what you have. So what based on the code what you have in here. For example, now if you see here, for example here, I can see something. Welcome to my website. So I'm trying to make a change of this particular part within my WinApps in here. So let me find out where it is. Yeah, here it is. So instead of saying welcome to my website, I would say welcome to VR IT or solutions. Something like this. Save it. So once you save it, it try to connect and it's completed. So now I have my new code came up in here. So just update at 9:07 a.m. in the morning. So if you go back in here, just refresh your page, I should see my new things coming up in here automatically. So all the things, the images, what you have in here, the graphics, what you see in here, everything has been purely based upon the code, what I have in here. Understood? So this is how you can able to, access your Linux virtual machine in a other way using your Windows API, which makes your life more simpler. But I recommend you guys, you to learn have the knowledge on all these commands in here. It's very important to have this because every time, suppose you're trying to change your permissions in here, or you're trying to do something, so you should have. It's always advantage to know your Linux codes, so that commands, so that it will be helpful for you at any point of time. So, but again, the similar manner what we just deployed the code in your virtual machine will not happen in your real-time perspective. This is just a workaround, guys. It's up to now to show you how it has been working. How to is it like how you can deploy an application in a more quicker manner. But this is just a workaround. Real-time perspective, we will start going with your CI and CD pipelines. CI, CD, continuous integration and continuous deployment pipelines in here. So using a YAML concept. So we'll be reaching to that particular part slowly, one after one, slowly. Okay. So that's all with the respect to Windows API guys in here. So hope everybody understood. So I'll try to push you, I'll try to send you this particular website code so that you people even can go ahead and practice the things in here. Okay. So before going forward, any questions up to this particular point, guys?
Shyam,
Yeah.
uh, this WinSCP is only for Linux, like it connects only to Linux, or is there something else? Like, can we connect to something else too?
It's not, it's purely mostly for Linux only, but
Okay,
also you can use for something else like, file transfer. See, if you see here, when you click on new session, you can see the type of things you can go with. So file transfer protocol, mostly on your Linux systems only it will work in here, Windows API.
okay. So
Yeah.
in real time, do we actually work on Linux, or do we have other uh, programs or applications we need to work, like as per
In,
job.
in Yeah, in generally, as per job, you will be working mostly on your Linux systems because Linux virtual machine are being used to deploy your application. Suppose like real-time things like YouTube, we have application, everything will be under your Linux
Like,
system only.
okay,
Okay, so Windows virtual machine, what Windows virtual is to provide, it's trying to give you the, the way to work for your client, as I told you earlier. So it's been allocated to a particular resources, and your resource go get into my Windows virtual machine and try to connect the portal from there or do whatever he wants to do the work as part of the requirement of your client. So
okay,
mainly your applications have been getting deployed within your Linux system mostly.
okay, sounds good.
Okay. Okay, so that's all, guys, with respect to my Linux Windows virtual machine and your Linux virtual machine. And next we have, when you talk about your, this particular Linux machine here, you can see something like capture. So what is this one? So how do we, this has been helpful for us. So capturing is something, supposing that I have a scenario. The scenario is what? For example, currently I have my, okay, I have created my virtual machine in here. So new VM is created, and what I have done, I have a second thing, deployed Nginx application inside there. So now this has been running up and running, and also I can see my things in here. And apart from, and on top of this, on what I have done, I have updated my own code, updated with my own code in here, right? Updated with my own code in here. So when I go and open this particular virtual machine, I can see my updated website in here with respect to my own code in here. So now what I want is like, I want to create 100 VMs, for example, just in case, with same, code what we have currently in here. That means I want to see everywhere where what are the language you create. I want to see this particular, web page is by default. I want to see this web page by default for all of my 100 virtual machines here. So to reach this particular point, we have went through all the way what's creating a new virtual machine, updated a virtual machine in here. Okay, updated the VM in here, and later we deployed the Nginx image as a base code. On top of that, we have it with our own code in here. So these are the steps we follow to have the current situation, current scenario. But to follow the same steps for all my 100 virtual machines is not so easy, right? Because every time doing the same old step is very, it's hectic part for us. So is there any other way? Is there any, is there any kind of workaround where we can directly have my code deployed in my new virtual machines? So whenever I want to create my virtual machine, I want to see this particular code by default. So I want to see this particular page by default. When I'm trying to get my IP address, hit on enter, I should be able to see this particular page by default. I should not go all these particular steps what we have done today. So for that reason being, we do have one option, that is nothing but your capture the virtual machine. So what I have to do is here is like, I am trying to capture the virtual machine, means I am trying to take the image. I am trying to take the image of my virtual machine as per the current situation or current status of my virtual machine here. Okay, so currently my virtual machine contains this website. So based upon this website, I'm trying to capture in. I'm trying to take my copy of my virtual machine here. So when I copy my virtual machine, when I'm trying to capture my virtual machine, currently whatever you have in that particular virtual machine, everything will be copied and it will be put in a separate kind of called image in here. So capturing the virtual machines means it's trying to copy the or copy everything. Think whatever we had in current VM and and uh, and you can have a and you and we can have a separate kind of a copy again, separate copy of my virtual machine here. So copying everything whatever we had in the current VM, and we have a separate copy over there. So current VM will be running at the same time. I'll be having a copy of my VM as well. So going forward, this copying of image is called as image. It's called as image in here. So going forward, when I try to create a new VM in here, in the place of image, I will not choose Ubuntu or I will not choose Windows system, but I will try to copy this image and I'll choose this image in here. So when I'm trying to choose this image, what will happen? Whatever you have currently in this particular VM, everything will be coming to my new virtual machine in here. Okay, so this is what actually the capturing means. So capturing means is you're trying to take the whole things whatever you have in here. Suppose you have installed Nginx on the top of you have your website. So whatever you have in here, everything will be captured and it will be kept as a separately as a separate small copy called as the image, and that image will be used for your next level new virtual machines in here. Since already this image contains everything your own code in here, the same thing will be applicable to my new virtual machines in here as well. Okay, so which will really helps us to avoid all the steps what is required what we have done earlier. So let me go ahead and try to see how can you capture the things in here. How can you copy all the things whatever you have in your current virtual machine in here and keep a separate copy again, so that you can use this image for your next virtual machines in here. Understood? So any questions, guys? Hope you understood this particular concept in here. Okay. So let me go ahead now. Let me say capture. So as usually, a subscription resource group is normal. Now it's asking you few details like share image to my Azure gallery. Yes, I do want, because if you do not share your image, if you do not save your image in the gallery level, how can I choose from the list in here? So earlier you chose Windows 10 or you chose Ubuntu systems from your list. Similarly, after copying my things, after getting my things happen in here, I should have my image saved in my gallery for sure. Then only, or saved in my list for sure. Then only I'm able to choose this image for my new virtual machines in here. So for that reason being, yes, I do want by default. And it says that automatically delete the virtual machine after creating the image. If you want to delete the virtual machine, that means current virtual machine which is running this IP address which is running this virtual machine, do you want to delete it automatically or do you want to keep it as it is? So whatever you want, you can either enable it or disable it based upon the scenario. If you want your current virtual machine to run along with my 100 VMs, then it's okay. You can disable that. But if you want to delete my virtual machine after creating my image, you can do that even. So enable or disable, whatever it can be happening as per your things in here. So target Azure Compute Gallery. So this is the name you have to provide in here. So I don't have any. So I'm trying to choose my name. So I would like to say it's a Linux -VM -image. Number underscores. Okay, show with underscores. So I'm trying to go with Linux VM image in here. Operating system states is generalized. So I want to put everything as similar things what I have in here. And target, yes, again the same thing you can provide in here. Click on new. So this is the definition name. This is the image name you're trying to provide for things in here. So again, I'm trying to provide the same name, Linux underscore VM underscore image. So this is the name I'm trying to provide. So with respect to the current virtual machine, what you chose, operating system is Linux. but we can't change it because you're trying to capture the things in, you're trying to copy the things as it is in here. So I'm trying to create a Linux system in here. I'm trying to copy a Linux virtual machine here. So just trying to show me what kind of operating system you have in here. VM generation 1, this is a kind of versions of what you're trying to do in here. So you generated your Linux system with help of generation 2 version. That's it showing in here. So publisher is a conical. So who try to Ubuntu system, there's been produced by this particular publisher in here. So offer and screw all those things
Uh,
here.
Sham, one more doubt actually.
Yeah.
What are the settings we have done in the VM after creating this virtual machine? Complete that settings also will be captured while creating in this image.
Yes. That's
So
what I'm
only
trying to.
OS part it will.
No, it will try to give you capture all the things what you have in here. So whatever you have with respect to my Linux system, the all settings part what you had done, everything will be captured in here. For that reason being, I'm telling you that you no need to go through all this particular part again. You're updating your VM, you're deploying Nginx on top of that again, going with your own code. You no need to do all those things in here. What are the settings you have done? What are the things you have done? Based upon the current situation, based upon this, these things will be captured and be used in your different virtual machines.
So
Okay.
so it's like a Xerox.
Oh.
It's like a
Ah,
Xerox thing.
who's that?
Uh,
Mudassar?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Mudassar, just for information.
yes.
Don't think otherwise, okay? I just want to correct here.
Hmm.
It's not like a Xerox. Xerox is a company name, okay?
Okay.
So we can say it's a kind of photocopy.
Okay, photocopy. Okay.
Yeah, because the things happens. I do understand. For a Xerox, it's a common word we use for photocopy.
For photocopy, yes.
Yeah, but Xerox is the company name. It's not the process name.
Oh wow, I didn't knew that.
Oh, really? Okay. So anyway,
I thought
that,
photocopy is Xerox all the time.
yeah, no, yeah. Okay. Anyway, thank you. So I just click on OK now. So I'm trying to provide the things. So you can provide the version number as well. So what number, because it's the first time you're trying to capture, so you can provide your own version number. So I'm trying to go 0.0.1 in here. So explore from latest end live date. I don't want to provide anything in here. I want to put that permanently in my gallery in here. So it's like a retention period. So when you want to delete the things, if you provide the end life, it will try to know it's like a retention period you have in here. You can delete that. So you have replication in here as well. I don't want to have any replication. Keep have one copy, more than enough. I can use the same copy while I'm trying to create more virtual machines in here. So go ahead and yeah, click on create. So just I'm trying to create an image. So what does this mean? It means that it goes to my Linux system, what I have provided, and see the source virtual machine is what? Linux VM. This is my virtual machine here. So based upon this one, it'll try to capture my things and it will try to create an image with the name Linux VM image in here under my gallery. Go ahead and click on create. So whatever you're trying to create in here, this particular image will be chosen while you're trying to create your new virtual machine. So in the place when you're trying to go with your, so this is now actually once you're trying to create a virtual machine, what it will do, it has to stop your current Linux virtual machine here. It has to stop for sure because a running one cannot be captured. Only a stopped virtual machine will be captured in here. For that reason being, it will try to stop your virtual machine first and then capture. And finally, if you want, you can delete it or you can keep as it is. Okay, so stop. Now it's normal mode, generalized, it's normal mode now it's trying to submit my deployment. That means it's trying to capture my things in here. It's trying to copy all the things what you have within your current Linux machine here. So now it's simply stop. If you refresh this one, see what happens. Even in here, see searching for host, my washing machine has been stopped. Since not running. I don't know where you are, guys. I missed you. So searching for things in here. Similar here as well. It will throw an error saying that, or this says that the site can't be reached in here. That's what, because it has been stopped. Okay. So that will be running only when that will be up and running things only when your work machines are running in here. If it has been stopped, everything will be stopped. Your access will be stopped. Everything will be stopped in here. So now I'm trying to create my the gallery section. Yeah, under my gallery now I'm trying to create my images, and after images I'll be creating my version. I have provided like 0.0.1. This is my first version I created. So after this one, automatically it jumps into my next step, my version. So galleries, my images, and version. Once that's created successfully, I should be able to see now my version got started in here. So so you can see the version name is image within my gallery level. Okay, so let's wait a little bit time, or go home, try to create a new virtual machine now. See, it's stopped. Okay, now click on create your VM again.
Sham, I have a
Now
question.
choose the same VR at -RG. Yeah, Mudda sir.
Yeah, like you said, in reality, we don't need to create.
Yeah, Mudda, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying in reality, like when we get job, if we get job, we don't need to create all.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Hello.
can hear you.
Yeah, in reality, when we get job in future, if we get job, you're saying that we don't need to create all this, starting points like creating a page and everything. Uh, if there is a scenario like we are working in some company and they ask us to create, from starting. So like, how should we do that? So all these steps, or is there something else? Hello, Sham, are you there?
Murtuza, we can't hear him. Maybe network issue with him.
Yeah.
You got my point, Sham?
Can you please repeat the question, Mudda?
Yeah, I was asking that in future, like if we get job and in a company, like they ask us to make a new
Hmm.
site or build a new site, so we need to do all these steps from starting, or they usually don't ask us to create anything.
Sorry, Mudda, actually we missed your the initial part of your question. So it's like, the voice is totally breaking.
It's fine,
So if
Sham,
you go,
maybe next time.
Murtuza, the question is like,
you got a job, okay,
what is
and somebody asked you to create a virtual machine. Well,
yeah,
uh,
right,
yeah,
yes.
what's after that? Uh, okay, let me check current situation. Progress. Let's go. Hello. Okay, we can circle back. Let me try to go to virtual machine now. Um, this should be deleted actually, but not still it's going on. But I just want to show you. I don't want to go and create it, but I'll just show you currently. Until it's complete, we can't go and do the things in here. So now I'm trying to choose. Yeah, I'm trying to choose the same resource group, and I'm trying to provide some other name like Linux hyphen image hyphen VM. So use to as no infrastructure required, and here you can click on just see all images. So don't try to choose from the list in here. So the image in here, you can click select an image. So in generally you can see all of things available within here, right? So what you do is like go to your shared images. On the right hand side, you can see shared images in here, and in here you can see your your image has been available in here with your name Linux virtual machine image. Just click on that. So this will try to create the latest generation 2 version. This will try to create you the I would like to take the things what you have available within my this particular image what you have in here. So I'm trying to create a new Linux version machine based upon what? Based upon the image of the things you have here. So what does image contain? This image contain my the website what I have earlier. So that is totally provided in here. So you no need to go all the way to all these particular steps again. So you can directly, once you have your virtual machine created, you can directly go ahead and try to access your IP address. You should be able to see your website by default. That's our backend idea what we have in here. So just waiting for the deployment to complete so that we can use it. It's taking too long today to complete. This is only one thing we have to do it, like with respect to my virtual machine, you have to choose this image when you're trying to choose the image within your new Linux virtual machine. And this is what this is not either from Red Hat or anything else, right? This is your own images you have created. So this is the owner of, you will be the owner for this particular image in here. For that reason being, you can go ahead while creating the virtual machine. One more thing you have to do is like, it's not only the choosing the image. So not only the choosing the image in here, after selecting my image, go to shared images in here, click on your image. Not to choose this one, but the bottom you can see something, licensing type. So this is not used by any other people in here because it's the own image you create on your own. So you can say others. You can say others, and you can go ahead in here. So if you are using your Red Hat or other images in here, then you are eligible to do some benefits in here, all the things in here. But I'm not using any your Red Hat or any other image in here. It's my own image in this. Deployment successful. I probably have enabled my delete my virtual machine. Now it start deleting my virtual machine here. Okay, so let us go and try to do those things from starting level. Let me choose my VRIT successfully deleted as well. VRIT-RG. Here I'm trying to provide my Linux-image-VM. So ES2S standard, and the security type has been taken from the image what you done earlier. That the reason being this got disabled. And the sizes here, I'm trying to go with my password. VRIT admin, capital VRIT admin at the rate of 1 2 3 4 and 5. Similarly, capital VRIT admin at the rate of 1 2 3 4 and 5. So these are the user ID password to access your new virtual machine what you're trying to create in here. Okay. So, and allowed ports, yes, of course, go ahead and enable all the three and choose other in here. Click on desk. I'm not touching anything else. I'm trying to review plus create. Go ahead and click on creating here. Yeah, initializing my deployment in here. Now it starts creating my things as per the things what you, as per the code what you have in your image level what you chose in here. So start deploying. Now it's try to create your virtual networks, and try to create your virtual IP addresses. It'll try to create your storage account, it'll try to create your virtual net interfaces in here. Everything will be created as usual or to solve for your the other the before time what when you tend to create your Linux system in here. See, it's trying to create your NSG group, it's trying to create your public IP address in here, virtual network, virtual IP. all those things, virtual networks, IP addresses, all those things will be created. And finally so once you create your virtual machine in here, you can go ahead and you can have just access your IP address and mention that in your web page. You should see directly you should be able to see your website in here. Earlier, when you try to create a new normal things in here, when you're trying to access your website or when you access your IP address, it's simply thrown as saying that your website cannot be reached, the site can't be reached in it, because I haven't been deployed any application yet into my virtual machine earlier. But after deploying it, when you refresh the page, you should be able to see the updated code. But now that's not the scene. The scenario is totally different in here. So I'm already using the image which is already containing a website inside it. So whenever you're trying to deploy that image in here, you should be able to see my web page by getting defaultly. I mean, I will not go ahead update my VM anymore. I will not install or deploy my Nginx image anymore. On top of that particular base code, I will not place my own code anymore. So by default, you should see the new web page coming up automatically. So let's wait half. So meanwhile, let's go and check it out. Do we have your the virtual machine which is there earlier? So that's done. Delete. So I don't have anything in here. So my public IP address in here, I'm able to see my public IP address which is getting created as of now. So it's in a created state. You can go ahead. Just for now, hit on enter. 52.152.332 or 214. Okay. So probably now it may not work, but once your things has been created and running in here, then it should show you the actual things by default. So creating status. My consumer IP address got created, my private IP address got created. Almost done. So waiting for completion. So currently I don't see anything. It says the site can't be reached. But trying to refresh. Probably it is to my end of my deployment in here. Has to be completed for sure. Probably my network is a little bit down today. Yeah, very good. Now go ahead. See, I directly see my website in here based upon the current things what you have in here. Welcome to VRIT Solutions. Okay, so this is what I meant to the capturing the sense. So capturing is something like whatever you have current situation, all the things will be captured, saved in an image, and that image you can use in any other virtual machine separately. So that by default you no need to again follow all these particular steps what you have done earlier. So you can directly go ahead and directly access my IP address. You should be able to see my default page coming up in here automatically. So when you can create multiple VMs using your same image, for all those VMs you can see similar kind of stuff as a base image or base web page what we have in here. That's the usage of your capturing the image in here. Okay. So that's all guys for today. So I hope you understood the capturing part with respect to my the Linux system in here. Similarly, you can also go with your other things as well. Your Windows virtual machine also can be captured if you require, and you can use that similar way in here as well. So I'm trying to go ahead and I'm trying to delete my resources because I don't want to pay unnecessary to my cloud in here. I'm trying to clean up my resource group because whatever you create, everything will be created using your resource group only, right? You see here, I can see my images are there, my VMs are created, my the energy group, all those things are got created with respect to my the same vir-rg only. So I can see my networks got created, everything, each and every part using my this same resource group only. So once you delete this particular resource group, automatically all the things which got created with the help of my resource group will everything will be gets deleted automatically. So that means you're not using any space more with respect to your cloud level. So you don't need to pay anything from now onwards again. Okay. So that's how it happens, guys. So any questions, guys?
Shyam, I have one question here. So, if I want to add the similar kind of virtual machine 10 times, so I need to go click on add button 10 times and create by using that image, or there is any specific process to deploy 10
Yeah.
virtual machines?
Okay. Okay. So you want to create 10 virtual machines and you're asking like we have to go and do the same thing for 10 times, or do you have any specific process? That's what your question is, Jitendra?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Right. So actually here we are trying to do everything manually. Okay. So we are not into automated process yet. When you are into automated process, then you by using your CI/CD pipelines, using the same image, you can deploy into even 100 of virtual machine within the same file. The only one thing is like you have to mention all your virtual machine names within the file over there. So in generally here you're trying to go and deploying directly into my virtual machines. But using a CI/CD pipelines, you will deploy the things in your web application, not in your virtual machines anymore. Okay, because web application is an advanced kind of virtual machine where it try to provide you the URL instead of your IP address. So that we'll try to jump into that one next level. Or how can you create your web application, all those things in here. So what we using the CI/CD pipeline, we try to provide your web application names. How many you want to create, those many web application names you can provide in there. So all those in the web applications, you can have your, the same image can be deployed in single shot. So you no need to do repeat all these steps again and again, in here. So use the single file, just provide all the details over there. When you try to run that CI pipeline or CD pipeline, it will start deploying your the same image in your multiple web applications which you mentioned within the file level in there. So that's advanced kind of concept. So I'll show you when you're trying to see your CI/CD pipeline so that you can understand easily over there. Okay.
Sure, yeah, thank you, Shyam.
Sham, Sachin here.
Yes, Sachin.
Let's say if I have to make any changes in VMs, okay, I mean upgrade or maybe degrade in terms of versions and all, maybe the requirement I need. So will I have to do on the same source VM, or will I have to do on every VM which I have created?
So see, once you capture the virtual machine, once you capture the virtual machine, the image, so and you already did, you already deleted things in here. So once the image has been captured, that is the version. So if you remember, we have 0.0.1 version we created while we trying to capture the when we
Right.
save the image. When you try to do anything else, instead of deleting your version, keep it running. Try to upgrade that again with 0.02 version, and one more image will be saved, and you have to use that image again to your things in here. So you have to upgrade your image from point 1 to point 2. So once the image has been, any changes to that particular image, because that is a static version. So if you want to make any changes happen, if you want to upgrade the things again, try to create one more new image and try to upgrade your current virtual machine what you have in here. So that's how we have to do.
And again, we need to
Okay.
capture it,
This is
right?
like, this is not like a repeated steps, guys. Yeah, we have to capture it again for sure because with the new things what you have in here. So we have a easy methods to capture the VMs. You don't need to come to a portal level like this and try to do all the things in here. We have easy methods. We have CI/CD pipelines. So we have easy commands to do the things in here again. So you can capture the image easily in a single line. Simple writing a single line command. You can start saving all the current version of your virtual machine. So I'll show you that how can you write your easy commands, all those things coming in upcoming classes. So any other questions, guys? Okay, then we'll wind up for today. We'll meet tomorrow with new concept, virtual networks. That's what I've been saying earlier, right? I'll be coming back to virtual network. Let's try to understand what is virtual network, what do you mean by IP address in here, and how this particular things plays a part with respect to our virtual machines in here. We'll see all those things in upcoming classes in here. Okay,
Sham, can you send your notepad?
notepad.
Yeah.
Sure, I can do that. I can do that. No problem.
Thank you.
I'll ask Ravi to push it.
Yeah, yesterday also we didn't receive that notepad, Shyam.
Yesterday I'm quite busy. I'm very sorry. This is my mistake. So I didn't forward in. So I'll do it today for sure.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you guys and have a great day ahead. We'll meet tomorrow same time with more concepts on your virtual networks. Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.